Hey everybody, it's Dave here. This is Kevin. Kevin has an egg. 100 points if you can guess why. This is Creative Weekly. Let's do this. Well, of course, Kevin has an egg because it's Easter. That's obvious. I'm glad you spotted it. You get 100 points. You can spend them at Kmart. Although you may
That's
not.
me.
They may not. Kmart. Kevin Martin. Today we're going back to basics. I want to talk about three things really quickly. 1 minute each. And we're going to start off with the first one and get straight into it. Number one is, why do we use headsets? Now, if you can possibly use a headset in children's ministry, use it. That's the goal. Holding a microphone is okay, but it's not the absolute best, which is why we love headsets. It frees up your hands to do lots of things. Actions, movements, also to connect with kids who are maybe, I've suggested before, are you counting? I've suggested before that if kids are disengaged, you can just walk around with a little touch on the head, a little bit of an aside, grab their hands, look into their eyes. This is why you need your hands. There's a lot of things you can do on top of what worship leaders do to make things better. And then it frees up, just frees your hands up. You can do lots more actions, even if it's attached by a cord, whatever. That's why we use headsets, and that's why I recommend them. Number two, if you're an acoustic guitarist, bring leads. Even if you don't think you're going to use them, just bring leads. We've had far too many conferences recently where guitarists didn't bring leads. Maybe they don't use them normally on a weekend service, but you should totally bring leads. Number three, this is a big one. Why do we use media? We've had parents come recently and say, I can't believe you guys watch videos at church. It should be about Jesus and the Holy Spirit and all this stuff. And obviously these parents probably don't have TVs at home and have a very different style of parenting. But the reason we use it is a number of reasons. One of the big ones is not just about teaching, not just about being visual learners, but it's about a shared media experience. For example, let's say Kevin is in Brisbane with a bunch of kids, and I'm here in Sydney with a bunch of kids. If we are watching the same media, all the kids are watching the same media, it gives us a platform, a shared media experience that helps us teach and lead. If we're introducing characters that kids see again and again, then it becomes easy for them to engage. If you put up a video with Toy Story characters in it, every kid will be like, oh, because they know the characters. So that's what we try and do, is create characters and people that the kids know and can relate to it, and increases their engagement. And one of the big things is when you have a shared media experiences, it unites. If you are a fan of Justin Bieber, as in a believer, like Kevin loves Justin Bieber, you're a believer. You're part of a clan, a tribe, a group of people who love the same thing. Now, the problem in the world is there are far too many tribes and clans. You've got kids that are hip-hop kids, dance kids, different kind of music styles, and they hate the other music styles, which is not good. It divides. Even when you say the word boys and girls to a room, it divides them in half, which is why we don't say boys and girls. We say, hey, Hillsong kids, especially if you're leading kids. Never say boys and girls. Talk about where you are and what you're doing. It's a branding thing. It's important to do that. But when you all watch the same media, it creates a bond that all the kids can understand. And if we ever came together, we would all know the same characters, and we would be just like a bunch of believers who love and appreciate the same things. How'd you go? What are we doing? Were you actually counting?
Yeah.
The seconds are just there, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You did well with the first one.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week on Creative Weekly.